Any company that makes this, it's rare anymore to find one that doesn't have a 3D printer. It's easy enough to get one. People can get a passable prototype of something that they're trying to make. And I'm talking specifically in a commercial environment. When this kind of went haywire, when you saw a lot of it, there was a lot of press. It was kind of like Internet 1.0. It was kind of back in the, in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, Walmart was selling the 3D printers. Home Depot they actually had a section in their hardware department where they had a 3D printer. And if you came in with a piece of hardware, the concept was that they could make it for you if you needed another. Well, those are great concepts, but it isn't like you can wave the part at the 3D printer and it makes the part. There's a whole bunch of steps in between. And that's what people didn't realize. Around about that time, I was actually teaching a class at the Minneapolis Technical College, downtown Minneapolis, in the evenings to build a 3D printer. So students would pay like $500. They'd get a kit. They'd build a 3D printer. My first question to all the students, and I had 12 to 15 students each time, and I taught the class maybe 6 times. My first question was, what are you going to do with it? And nobody could answer. They just thought they had to have one. So what happened then, you had, people could buy them anywhere on Amazon or even at Target, and they buy them for Christmas. Then they'd struggle to get them together, and then they would print the few kind of sample files that came with the machine. And then because they didn't have any CAD knowledge, they didn't know where to get parts, they didn't know what they wanted, it just gathered dust. So that was the end of it. And it just sort of died like that for the consumer. Speaking of that, in light of how, of kind of where we are now, if you have the technology like I have now, you can make some really incredible parts. You have to be sort of a steward with your customers to kind of lead them through the steps to get there. And that's what was missing, right? They sort of had this impression that anybody could do it because that's how it was sold. And that's just not the case, and it's maybe someday, but not anytime soon, because there's just so many things.